Did you know that a single message, just one coded message, sent from deep inside Poland during World War II, helped crack the Nazi Enigma machine and may have saved millions of lives? It sounds like something out of a movie, but it's real. In the 1930s, a group of brilliant Polish mathematicians secretly worked to break one of the most complex codes in history. Before Alan Turing and the British took over, it was Poland that laid the foundation, smuggling crucial knowledge to the Allies just before war exploded. Quietly, cleverly, and at great personal risk, they changed the course of history, and hardly anyone talks about it. This is Poland, a land of silent heroes, hidden stories, and stunning beauty. A country where medieval castles rise from the mist, amber waves crash along Baltic shores, and cobblestone streets whisper tales of kings, composers, and courage. So, how does a place with such a turbulent past shine with so much life, warmth, and wonder today? Stay tuned to discover the Poland no one ever told you about, its soul, its stories, and the breathtaking places that will leave you speechless. The Hel Peninsula is one of Poland's most unusual landscapes, just 35 kilometers long and often less than 300 meters wide. Its narrow sandy spine separates the open Baltic Sea from the sheltered Bay of Puck, creating a natural shield for the coastline. In World War II, its geography became its weapon. Polish forces held out here for over a month in 1939, one of the last to surrender. Remains of bunkers, gun batteries, and underground tunnels still lie hidden among the dunes and forests. Though once filled with the sound of gunfire, today the air carries only the rustling of beach grasses and the cry of gulls. The peninsula gradually formed thousands of years ago by wind and sea, growing longer each century, still shifting, still changing. It's a rare place where natural beauty and military history live side by side, each layer adding to the land's quiet mystery. To walk Hel is to walk a place that defended a nation, while wrapped in the soft winds of the sea. Now, before we move on to the next destination, Here's a fun question for you. Which famous composer was born in Poland? Comment your guess. Imagine a place where the mountains seem to reach for the clouds, and every corner tells a story of nature's power. Nestled at the foot of the Krynica Mountains, Karpacz offers a peaceful escape from the rush of daily life, surrounded by landscapes that look like they belong in a dream. The town itself feels timeless, with wooden houses and cobblestone streets winding through the forested valleys. Here, nature is both grand and gentle. Towering peaks rise dramatically against the sky, while tranquil streams wind lazily through the meadows below. In the winter, the snow transforms Karpacz into a wonderland, with ski slopes inviting both beginners and seasoned athletes alike to glide through the crisp mountain air. Yet, even in summer, the town is alive with energy, as hikers and explorers trek through the vast network of trails that lead to hidden waterfalls and breathtaking viewpoints. The region is also home to the beautiful wine church, a wooden structure built by Norwegian craftsmen in the 12th century, adding an unexpected touch of history to this natural haven. It's a place that invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and immerse yourself in the serene rhythm of mountain life. Sopot, a beautiful seaside town on the Baltic Sea, has a history that dates back over 1,000 years. It was once a Slavic stronghold in the 7th century, serving as a trading post between the Vistula River and the Baltic. By the 10th century, it had become a small fishing village, but it was later abandoned before being settled again in the 12th century. The town's real transformation began in the 19th century, when it became a popular health resort for the rich, particularly the residents of nearby Gdansk. By the mid-1800s, new hotels, theaters, and a pier had been built, making the town a fashionable destination. Sopot also became a favorite retreat for European royalty, including Emperor Wilhelm II of Germany, who regularly visited for its health benefits. In the early 20th century, Sopot's popularity soared, with the addition of more cultural venues, including a theater and a casino, further cementing its place as a luxurious resort town. After World War II, the city was rebuilt, regaining its status as a health spa. The town's rich history, stunning pier, and cultural significance continue to make it a cherished destination. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. In 1940, Nazi Germany turned an abandoned army barracks in southern Poland into something far more sinister. This place would become Auschwitz, the largest and deadliest concentration and extermination camp of the Holocaust. Over 1.1 million people, most of them Jews, were murdered here between 1940 and 1945. Victims arrived in cattle cars, unaware they were stepping into a factory of death. Some were sent straight to gas chambers disguised as showers. Others faced forced labor, starvation, and disease. SS doctors like Joseph Mengele carried out cruel medical experiments on children and twins. The camp eventually grew to include Auschwitz I, Auschwitz II Birkenau, and Auschwitz III Monowitz, each serving a different role in this organized genocide. In January 1945, Soviet forces liberated the remaining 7,000 prisoners, revealing a horror the world had never seen at such scale. Today, Auschwitz stands preserved as a memorial and museum, not only to remember the victims, but to warn generations of what happens when hatred is allowed to rule. Once a small industrial town, Bydgoszcz has transformed over the years into a vibrant cultural hub where music and art are woven into the very fabric of daily life. The city, located on the banks of the Vistula and Brda rivers, became a center for classical music, hosting the renowned Bydgoszcz Music Festival, which brings artists from around the world. The city's musical legacy is not just confined to concert halls. Even its architecture sings. Historic buildings now house galleries and cultural institutions, offering a perfect blend of history and modern creativity. The city's love for music stretches back to the early 20th century, when the city's first opera house opened its doors, setting the stage for generations of musicians. Today, the streets are filled with the sounds of jazz, opera, and classical music, reflecting a rebirth that honors both the past and the present. It is said that Bydgoszcz's rhythm comes alive at night, when cafes spill out onto the streets and musicians gather to perform. The riverbanks echo with songs, from local bands to international orchestras, each note telling the story of a city that has found its artistic soul. Gdansk is more than a beautiful port on the Baltic Sea. It's the place where modern Polish freedom began, inside the echo of shipyard hammers. In 1980, the city became the heart of a movement when striking workers demanded their rights, safety, and dignity under a fading communist regime. Led by Lech Wałęsa, an electrician with a fierce heart, the protests gave birth to Solidarity, the first independent trade union in the Eastern Bloc. Inside the Lenin shipyard, behind locked gates and rusted cranes, something revolutionary stirred. Courage without violence. The world watched as regular people, dockworkers, welders, mothers, stood firm against tanks and threats. Their bravery spread across Poland and beyond, inspiring a peaceful resistance that would help bring down the Iron Curtain. Today, the European Solidarity Center stands on that very ground, with soaring glass walls that reflect both the past and the sky ahead. Gdansk reminds us that freedom isn't always won by armies. It can rise from the hands of workers and from the strength of unity. Krakow, Poland's ancient jewel, stands as a living monument to centuries of history, culture, and resilience. As the former capital, it has witnessed the rise and fall of kings, the ebb and flow of empires, and the struggles of a nation. The majestic Wawel Castle watches over the city, a reminder of Poland's royal heritage. Within the walls of this city, every corner, every stone tells a story, whether it's the haunting silence of the former Jewish district or the proud grandeur of the main square. Krakow's history isn't just written in books, it's etched into the very streets and buildings. The echoes of past generations linger here, from medieval merchants to wartime heroes. But beyond its history, Krakow is alive with culture. Art galleries, theaters, and festivals celebrate the creativity that continues to define this city. In Krakow, the past and present meet in a beautiful dance, offering visitors a chance to witness the legacy of a city that has stood the test of time. It's not just a destination, it's an experience, rich with stories waiting to be discovered. Is Krakow on your bucket list now? Drop a 1 if you've already been, or a 2 if it's just made it to the top of your must-see list. Picture this: 12 islands, 130 bridges, and a history that spans over 1,000 years. All of this tucked away in the heart of Wrocław. This Polish city, resting peacefully on the Oder River, looks like something out of a fairy tale. Wrocław began as a medieval trading post and quickly grew into one of Central Europe's most important crossroads. Over the centuries, it passed through many hands, from the Kingdom of Poland to Bohemia, Austria, Prussia, and Germany, before finally returning to Poland after World War II. During the brutal siege of Breslau in 1945, more than half of the city was reduced to rubble. But the people of Wrocław didn't give up. They rebuilt, brick by brick, restoring Gothic cathedrals, Baroque palaces, and colorful townhouses to their former glory. Built across 12 islands connected by over 130 bridges, Wrocław is sometimes called the Venice of Poland. One of its most iconic spots is Ostrow Tumski, also known as Cathedral Island. This is Wrocław, not just a place to see, but a place to feel, where water, stone, and memory flow together in quiet harmony. Poznan, a vibrant city on the Warta River in western Poland, offers a blend of history, culture, and tradition. As the fifth largest city in Poland, it has been a center of trade, education, and business for centuries. Its stunning Renaissance old town, with the majestic town hall and the Poznan Cathedral, is a must-see for visitors. The city's rich history dates back to the early Middle Ages, when it played a key role in the formation of the Polish state. Poznan was home to the first Polish cathedral and the burial site of early Polish kings like Mieszko I and Bolesław I. Its connection to the country's roots makes it a fascinating destination for history enthusiasts. Poznan is also known for its cultural events, such as the St. John's Fair, and its culinary traditions, including the famous St. Martin's croissants. Poznan is also celebrated for its high quality of life, safety, and health care, earning its reputation as one of Poland's most business-friendly cities. Malbork Castle is a monumental testament to the strength and ambition of the Teutonic Knights, a medieval military order that once dominated much of Europe. Built in the 13th century, it is the largest brick castle in the world, a true marvel of medieval architecture. The castle's construction took decades, but its story is not just about bricks and mortar. It's about power, faith, and the clash of cultures. At its peak, the castle was not just a fortress but a thriving hub of the Teutonic Order's activities. The castle survived numerous battles and sieges. Although the Teutonic Order suffered a major defeat at the Battle of Grunwald in 1410, they held on to Malbork until 1457, when it was taken over by Polish forces during the 13 Years' War. Despite its turbulent past, Malbork Castle has remained remarkably well preserved, standing as a symbol of the region's resilience and rich history. Today, it draws tourists from all over the world, not just for its stunning architecture, but for the stories embedded in its very stones. We pull info from many sources, If you spot anything off or have something to add, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Perched high above the Vistula River, the Benedictine Abbey in Tyniec has watched over southern Poland for nearly 1,000 years. It was founded in 1044 by King Kazimierz I the Restorer, making it the oldest existing monastery in Poland. The Benedictine monks who lived here followed the rule of ora et labora, pray and work, spending their days in silent study and manual labor. Over the centuries, the abbey became a powerful religious and cultural center, with a large library, a scriptorium, and strong connections to Polish kings. Its strategic location on the river made it both a spiritual retreat and a fortress, helping protect the area during times of invasion. In the 13th and 14th centuries, the abbey was rebuilt in a Gothic style after being damaged by raids and fires. Baroque touches were added in the 17th century, giving the abbey the dramatic look it still carries. During the Austrian rule in the 19th century, the monastery was closed and fell into ruin for nearly 100 years. Monastic life returned in the 20th century, and restoration work brought back the abbey's historic beauty, its stone walls, red-tiled roofs, and riverside charm. In the heart of Europe, in the Tatra Mountains, there's a place where snow doesn't just fall in winter, it lingers well into summer. Here, the mountains rise dramatically from the plains, their jagged peaks standing tall against the sky like silent sentinels. These mountains, straddling the border between Poland and Slovakia, hold secrets that only the bravest souls dare to uncover. With over 650 caves hidden within their rocky heart, many of them unexplored, the Tatras are as mysterious as they are majestic. In the summer, when most mountains are warm, the Tatras glaciers refuse to melt, leaving behind icy lakes that are frozen for half the year. This unique environment fosters life unlike anywhere else. It's one of the few places on Earth where you can witness wildlife like the Tatra chamois and the marmot living in the wild, protected from the hands of time. The Podhale Highlanders, or Gorale, have lived here for centuries, creating a unique way of life that thrives in this rugged landscape. Far from the bustling cities of Poland, Bieszczady National Park stands as a tranquil sanctuary, a haven for those seeking peace and solitude in nature. The mountains here are soft, rolling and wild, a landscape that seems to have been forgotten by time. This park, one of the least developed in Poland, offers a rare opportunity to walk in the footsteps of ancient travelers and find a deep sense of connection with the land. Covered in dense forests and scattered with crystal-clear lakes, it's easy to lose yourself in the vastness of this place, where silence reigns, and the only sound is the whisper of the wind through the trees. The rugged beauty of the Bieszczady Mountains has drawn those looking to escape, from artists searching for inspiration to hikers seeking a personal retreat. The simplicity of life here, far removed from modern distractions, creates a unique sense of peace that is hard to find elsewhere. And as you walk along its trails, you'll find a deep sense of serenity that settles in your chest, as if nature itself is breathing in rhythm with you. Bieszczady is not just a national park, it's a place where time slows down, offering the opportunity to reflect, reconnect, and find solace in nature's embrace. Krynica Morska is a small, charming town located at the tip of the Vistula Spit, where the Baltic Sea and the Vistula Lagoon meet. This area, rich in natural beauty, has been a favorite summer retreat for generations, offering a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of modern life. The town is known for its pristine sandy beaches, which are some of the cleanest along Poland's northern coast. Krynica Morska also boasts a unique natural environment, with dense pine forests stretching out to the sea, creating a serene backdrop. It has long been a haven for wildlife, especially birds, with its proximity to the Vistula Lagoon. a vital stopover for migratory species. Historically, the town was a part of East Prussia until the end of World War II, after which it became part of Poland. Its name, Krynica, means spring in Polish, which is a nod to the natural springs that were believed to have healing properties. Over the years, the town has developed into a popular health resort, attracting visitors who seek tranquility and rejuvenation. Imagine a towering fortress, hidden deep in the forest, holding centuries of secrets within its walls. Ksiaz Castle stands proudly atop a hill, surrounded by lush greenery and dramatic cliffs. Built in the 13th century, this castle has witnessed wars, kings, and countless struggles for power. But it was during World War II that Ksiaz's story took a mysterious turn. Nazi forces took control of the castle and used it as a military headquarters, leading to whispers of hidden treasures and secret tunnels beneath the stone floors. Some even believe that the castle was part of Hitler's secret Project Rees, a plan to create underground bunkers across the region. After the war, the castle was left in ruins, yet it somehow survived the passage of time. Ksiaz Castle, a place of mystery and history, continues to capture the imagination of anyone who dares to explore its darkened halls. Masuria, in northern Poland, is a region that feels like stepping into a dream. With over 2,000 sparkling lakes surrounded by lush forests, it's a place where nature's beauty stretches as far as the eye can see. The calm waters reflect the sky, creating a peaceful scene that seems untouched by time. Long before the 13th century, Masuria was home to the Old Prussians, a proud Baltic people. After the Teutonic Knights conquered the land, settlers from Poland, Germany, and other countries began to call it home. In the 16th century, Masuria became a center for Polish Protestantism, with schools and printing presses helping spread ideas. During World War I, the people of Masuria made a bold choice to stay with East Prussia, despite great pressure But the region's darkest days came during World War II, when the Nazis tried to erase its Polish identity. Though many suffered, Masuria's beauty and spirit endured. With its peaceful lakes and rich history, Masuria invites you to pause and take in a landscape shaped by both nature and time. Olsztyn is a hidden gem in northern Poland, sitting along the peaceful Winna River. As the capital of the Warmian-Masurian region, this city has a history that stretches back over 600 years. The medieval castle of Warmian Cathedral Chapter, built by the Teutonic Knights in 1334, stands as a reminder of the city's powerful past. One of the highlights of Olsztyn is its connection to Nicholas Copernicus, who once lived here. Another must-see is the St. James Co-Cathedral, a stunning example of Gothic architecture that has stood for centuries. The city's history is rich with stories of courage, like the time Copernicus defended Olsztyn from invaders in 1521. Olsztyn is not only a place of historical significance, but also one of the happiest cities in Poland, known for its high quality of life and vibrant community. It's a perfect spot to immerse yourself in culture, relax by the river, and discover the deep roots of Poland's past. It was once just a sleepy fishing village, forgotten by the world, tucked against the chill of the Baltic Sea. But in the 20th century, something extraordinary happened. Gdynia was reborn almost overnight. Out of the quiet sands, Poland built its dream, a modern port, a symbol of independence and hope. Where once there were nets and wooden boats, now stood sleek ships and gleaming white facades. It wasn't just a city being built, it was a nation stitching itself back together after centuries of loss. And through war, occupation, and hardship, Gdynia never stopped standing tall, never stopped moving forward. Its spirit is clean and strong, like the salty wind that sweeps across its harbor. It hums with pride, with stories of workers, artists, sailors, all part of its living heart. Gdynia is more than steel and sea. It's proof that from nothing, something beautiful can rise. Once, it was a city swallowed by silence, wiped nearly clean in the chaos of war. Elblag's past was buried beneath rubble and time, its streets left to memory and ash. But history, like the river that runs beside it, finds a way to flow again. This is a city rebuilt on its own bones. Brick by brick, artisans and dreamers uncovered fragments of the past. Old Gothic cellars, cobbled foundations, even ancient household tools, untouched for centuries. What you walk on here isn't just pavement. It's a path layered with centuries of stories, retold through careful restoration. And yet, Elblag doesn't shout its beauty. It whispers through red brick arches, quiet canals, and the warmth of Polish soul stitched into every wall. A forgotten city, now slowly remembered, Elblag teaches us how even ruin can bloom again. This isn't just a square, it's Rynek Glowny, the main market square of a magnificent royal city, a stage for centuries of stories. For over 750 years, this vast expanse has witnessed triumphs, tragedies, and the everyday lives of generations. It was here that grand royal processions paraded, and where crucial trade deals shaped the nation's destiny were struck. The very layout of this place, established in the 13th century, was designed to make it a center of trade and social life. But beneath the colorful facades of the buildings, a darker history also unfolded, with public executions serving as stark reminders of medieval justice. The square stands as a vibrant testament to survival, a place where the past and present intertwine in a beautiful, sometimes haunting dance. The very air seems to hum with the energy of ages, inviting you to step back in time. The Tatra Mountains rise like ancient giants, their towering peaks a symbol of strength and mystery. For centuries, they've captured the imagination of those who've lived near their slopes. Legends speak of hidden treasures guarded by creatures of myth, their forms etched into the sharp rocks that crown these mountains. These rugged lands have long stood as a natural border, shaping the lives and fates of the communities below. The people who called these mountains home have built a culture that's as resilient as the landscape itself, their daily lives woven into the very rhythms of the Tatra wilderness. Choral traditions, vivid music, lively dance, and distinctive attire still thrive in the region, keeping the spirit of the Tatras alive. The Tatra National Park, a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, safeguards the rich diversity of life that calls these mountains home. For years, the Tatras have also been a magnet for winter sports lovers, with skiing and snowboarding drawing visitors from near and far. Even now, you can feel the echoes of those early settlers in the folk tales and customs that flow through the valleys, reminding us of the deep connection between the land and its people. How many cities do you know that have survived nearly 1,000 years of history without losing their charm or identity? Torun, once part of an empire, then nearly lost to time, still holds onto its medieval soul. This city sits by the wide, flowing Vistula River in the heart of Poland. Back in the 13th century, the Teutonic Knights expanded Torun and shaped its streets with tall red brick buildings and grand churches. Later, it became a center of trade and joined the powerful Hanseatic League, welcoming merchants from across Europe. Through wars, invasions, and shifting borders, something rare happened here. The old town was never destroyed. Its streets, homes, and market squares still look much like they did centuries ago. You can walk through the heart of the city and feel like you've stepped into a storybook. Right where the river Slupia meets the Baltic Sea, there's a little gem of a place. It's called Ustka. This charming seaside town in northern Poland is not just a port, it's a healing retreat. For nearly 2 centuries, people have been coming here to rest, breathe deeply, and feel better. The sea air, rich with iodine and minerals, mixes with the scent of pine forests that stretch right to the coast. That clean and healing air has long been the town's greatest medicine, helping with heart, lung, and joint problems. The spa story began in 1832, and by 1911, a center was built where guests could bathe in heated seawater. More villas and guest houses were built as travelers arrived, looking for both comfort and quiet. Though the war brought damage and delays, the spa reopened in 1979, bringing new life to the town. With its sea breeze, forests, and calm pace, Ustka still feels like a place made to heal the soul. Kolbudy is a quiet village in northern Poland, about 15 kilometers west of Gdansk, nestled between pine forests and calm lakes. It may not be well known to tourists, but it's a favorite weekend escape for people living in the Tri-City area. The air here is fresh, often scented with pine and damp earth, especially in the early mornings. Lake Kolbudy, the village's most peaceful attraction, stretches along the edge of the forest with wooden docks reaching into still water. Locals come here to fish from small boats or sit quietly by the shore, listening to birds and the soft splash of paddles. Marked forest trails wind through the trees, with benches along the way, for those who like to walk slowly and take in the scenery. In summer, families set up picnics on the grassy banks, and children paddle in shallow spots while older visitors enjoy a coffee nearby. The village itself has just a few small cafes, a bakery, and a market where locals sell homemade jam, honey, and smoked fish. Located on the Vistula River, Warsaw is a city that's rich in history and brimming with life. As Poland's capital and largest city, it stands as the heart of the country. Warsaw started as a small fishing village in the region of Masuria, but blossomed into the capital in the 16th century. By the 18th century, it became Poland's largest and most important city. In World War II, Warsaw was nearly destroyed, but its resilience shone through especially after the 1944 Warsaw Uprising. The city now blends the old with the new, with beautiful historic landmarks like the Royal Castle and the UNESCO-listed Old Town. Warsaw is also a modern metropolis, with soaring skyscrapers like the Warsaw Tower, the tallest in the European Union. It's home to world-class institutions like the University of Warsaw, as well as lush parks that cover a quarter of the city. From its impressive palaces to its vibrant cultural scene, Warsaw is a city that speaks to both the past and the present. Kazimierz Dolny is a small town on the banks of the Vistula River, often called one of the most beautiful places in Poland. Its peaceful charm began attracting artists in the early 1900s, drawn by the soft light, rolling hills, and the quiet rhythm of life. Many of Poland's most famous painters once came here to work, turning the town into a living canvas of inspiration. At the center is the market square, where 17th century Renaissance-style buildings line the edges with rich wooden details and stone lions guarding doorways. Small galleries and craft shops fill the streets, and local artists often set up easels right in the square, painting in the open air. Beyond the town center, narrow paths lead you to the ruins of a medieval castle and a watchtower that offers wide views over the Vistula River and nearby fields. Each summer, the town hosts art festivals, open-air film screenings, and concerts in leafy courtyards and under lantern-lit trees. Kazimierz Dolny isn't a place you rush through. It's a place to slow down, take a breath, and let the quiet beauty stay with you. Wawel Castle is not only Poland's most iconic landmark, it's a symbol of resilience. Built in the 14th century under the reign of King Kazimierz III the Great, it became the official residence of Polish kings. For centuries, this fortress was not just a royal home, but the heart of the kingdom. Kings were crowned and buried here in the magnificent Wawel Cathedral, which sits within the castle complex. The cathedral's soaring Gothic spires and its intricate details are a testament to the power and grandeur of the Polish monarchy. In the 17th century, Swedish and Prussian forces repeatedly sacked the castle, leaving scars that would take centuries to heal. During the 19th century, under Austrian rule, parts of the castle were stripped away and repurposed as military barracks, threatening to erase its royal heritage. Restoration efforts, which began in the early 20th century, helped bring back the castle's former glory. After World War II, the castle was painstakingly restored to its current form, carefully preserving its history while adding layers of new cultural significance. Tucked high in the Tatra Mountains, Lake Morskie Oko is a natural wonder that feels like a scene out of a fairy tale. Its name, meaning Eye of the Sea, comes from its crystal-clear waters, which reflect the towering peaks that surround it like a giant mirror. But beneath the lake's stunning beauty lies a deeper, more fascinating story. Local legends say that the lake was once home to a powerful water spirit who protected the lands and the people around it. Villagers believed that if you tossed a coin into the waters, you would gain the spirit's favor. In fact, many still make that wish today, hoping for a little luck in life. The lake is also famous for its almost supernatural stillness. On calm days, the water is so smooth, it's impossible to tell where the surface ends and the sky begins. But the lake's beauty isn't just a modern marvel. It has drawn adventurers and artists for centuries, each of them moved by the magic of the place. Bialowieza is a living memory of the world before cities, where towering oaks and hornbeams stand like elders. It's home to the European bison, the continent's heaviest land mammal, brought back from extinction through decades of conservation. Birds, lynx, wolves, and beetles thrive here in an ecosystem shaped only by nature's hand. Some trees here are over 500 years old, their bark etched with the passage of time. Scientists call it a biodiversity hotspot, but standing within its silence, it feels more like a sacred cathedral of life. In Bialowieza, the wild is not tamed, it is honored. What if I told you there's a town where the pace of life slows down, where the waters of a massive lake stretch out before you like an endless canvas? Welcome to Mikołajki, a hidden gem in Poland's Masuria region. This peaceful town, with its charming streets and lakeside views, seems like a page from a fairy tale, yet its history is far richer than most know. Mikołajki was once a place of great significance, a stopover for traders and travelers passing through the heart of Masuria. Legends speak of creatures beneath the water's surface, of a time when the lakes were believed to be enchanted, their waters holding secrets known only to the stars. The German nobility once flocked here, finding solace in its quiet charm, leaving behind a legacy of aristocratic retreats. Mikołajki is more than just a beautiful town. It is where stories are alive, where every wave of the lake tells a new tale. Nestled at the foot of the Tatra Mountains, Zakopane has been the home of the Górale people for centuries. With their unique language, traditional music, and hand-carved wooden houses, the Górale have preserved their culture through generations. The town became an artistic hub in the 19th century, attracting painters and architects like Stanisław Witkiewicz, who developed the distinctive Zakopane style of architecture. This style blends traditional wooden elements with artistic influences, reflecting the natural environment and the spiritual connection the Górale have to their land. In winter, the town hosts a folk festival, where music, dance, and snow sculptures fill the streets, keeping the ancient customs alive. Zakopane is also the birthplace of many Olympic ski jumpers, thanks to the nearby slopes that make it an ideal training ground. During World War II, Zakopane served as a refuge for intellectuals resisting Nazi occupation. further cementing its cultural significance. The town remains a living museum of Górale culture, where visitors can learn about a way of life that's been preserved in the mountains for hundreds of years. In the heart of Upper Silesia, a city once built on coal now stands as a symbol of reinvention. Katowice, once the beating heart of Poland's industrial revolution, has transformed itself into a modern cultural hub. The smokestacks that once rose like giants above the city have been replaced by sleek buildings and creative spaces. Yet echoes of its industrial past remain, woven into the very fabric of the city. Walking through Katowice's streets, you can feel the strength of the workers who built it and the resilience of a community that refused to be left behind. Here, visitors can walk the paths once tread by miners, discovering the untold stories of hardship and hope. This city, built on grit and determination, now flourishes in art, technology, and education. Katowice is not just a place, but a living testament to the power of transformation. Zalew Koronowski was created in the 1960s with the construction of the Tristan Dam, initially intended to control flooding and generate power. However, this artificial lake has become a sanctuary for wildlife, with its tranquil waters and lush surroundings attracting a wide variety of birds and animals. Stretching over 36 kilometers, the lake is dotted with nearly 100 small islands, creating a picturesque landscape that blends water and forest. Migratory birds, such as the white stork, gray heron, and white-tailed eagle, use the area as a vital stopover during their long journeys. The surrounding Tukola Forest, one of the largest coniferous forests in Europe, is home to a wide range of species, including wild boars, deer, and lynx. Despite its artificial origins, Zalew Koronowski has become a thriving ecosystem, illustrating how human intervention can coexist with nature. Built in the late 1970s, the Church of Our Lady Queen of Poland in Elblag stands as a powerful symbol of faith and resilience. During the communist era, the construction of new churches was severely restricted. However, the people of Elblag petitioned to build this church under the guise of a civic chapel in order to bypass the law and make the construction possible. Instead of intricate decorations, the church features simple, raw materials, aiming to serve the spiritual needs of the community, rather than to impress aesthetically. During the communist period, the church also became a secret meeting place for resistance groups, where they gathered to pray and strategize against the regime. Although modest in design, the church carries a message of strength and resilience of the Polish people under political oppression. After the fall of communism in 1989, the church became a symbol of victory and perseverance for the people who had endured through difficult times. The church continues to serve as a place of worship and a symbol of the enduring faith and resilience of the Polish people. Ostrow Tumski is the oldest part of Wrocław, where history quietly lives in every brick and stone. Long ago, this place was actually an island on the Oder River, surrounded by water and full of mystery. People began settling here over 1,000 years ago, building wooden churches, homes, and even fortresses to protect the land. By the 13th century, the island had its own walls, towers, and beautiful Gothic buildings that still amaze visitors today. Over time, the castle was torn down, and Ostrow Tumski became a peaceful church district where even kings had to remove their hats when crossing the bridge. Today, Ostrow Tumski is a quiet, magical place where cobblestone paths, gas lamps, and river views take you back in time. St. John's Church in Gdansk, built in the 14th century, was once one of the most important religious and musical centers in the region. However, during World War II, the church was severely damaged, with the roof collapsing and its interior almost completely destroyed by fire. For decades, the church remained in ruins, its walls covered in ivy, a haunting reminder of the destruction the city endured. In 2000, a major restoration project was launched to bring the church back to its former glory. with meticulous care taken to preserve its historical features. One of the most striking features of the church is its large clock, which had stopped in 1945, but was restarted as a symbol of the city's revival. The restoration of St. John's Church is a testament to the city's resilience and its commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. In 1956, a forgotten relic of Poland's past was reborn. For centuries, Bedzin Castle had been abandoned, its walls crumbling into history's shadows. Once a mighty fortress built in the 14th century, it had witnessed wars, royal visits, and the rise and fall of empires. But by the 16th century, the castle had begun to decay, its once imposing stone walls weakened by fire, invasions, and shifting borders. By 1825, it was so dilapidated that a piece of stone fell off and crushed a passerby, leading to plans for demolition. Yet, before that could happen, the castle was declared a monument, saving it from total destruction. In the 1950s, a restoration project began, breathing new life into this historic structure. Today, Bedzin Castle stands tall again, not just as a monument, but as a symbol of resilience. This castle is more than just stone and mortar. It's a living reminder of Poland's past, a place where history continues to echo in every corner. Hidden in the Polish highlands, a castle rises like a spine of stone from the earth, but few outside Poland have ever heard its name. Ogrodzieniec isn't just a ruin. It's a survivor of fire, war, and betrayal, and it's finally stepping back into the light. Perched atop the highest hill of the Krakow Częstochowa upland, the castle seems to grow from the limestone itself. Built in the 14th century, it once guarded the kingdom with proud stone towers and walls that clung to the cliffs. Noble families came and went. Some restored it, others let it fall. Then came the fires, the invasions, the silence. Wind and rain slowly peeled away the grandeur, but not the spirit. And those who walk its empty halls can still feel something ancient watching, waiting, and whispering stories lost to time. As we move on from the incredible sights of Poland, the unforgettable experiences of its deep history, vibrant culture, and breathtaking landscapes, stay with us. Each place in this country offers something truly special, telling a story of resilience, passion, and pride. Poland has a way of capturing the heart with its timeless beauty and warm spirit, always leaving a lasting impression on anyone who visits. From tranquil beaches to majestic mountains, Poland's diverse scenery offers something for every traveler. Every corner holds a piece of history, and each moment spent here reminds us of how much this country has to offer. Today's journey has shown just a glimpse of Poland's incredible charm, inspiring us to discover more of what this beautiful country has to offer. Thank you so much for joining us and for letting us take you on this adventure. We look forward to seeing you again for more journeys to unforgettable destinations. Until next time, take care and thanks for watching.